Hello guys!
Yo!
Welcome to WarVisionGaming. Today we're gonna play a battle of Ultramarines versus Dead Guard. 1500 points each. And we're gonna show you the battlefield. It's a 4x6 table with Mr. Keffy, aka the Simple Cheese, his new epic painted terrain from, what's the name? GG Combat. Maybe you've seen some buildings, they stripped off their base. Here's 1500 points of Ultramarines, containing a
Vanguard
detachment. And for HQs, I have 2 librarians, one with the jump pack, one in a Terminator armor. We have the apothecary, and we have 15 Terminators and 2 Land Raiders. That's all. That's 1500 points of Ultramarines. And the powers, we're gonna notice that while we're playing. I'm going to show the Dead Guards.
This is a patrol detachment, getting none command points. The leader of the plague host is Mr. Typhus himself. And he is leading the battle 20 Poxwalkers as troop choices. And in the back of the Poxwalkers there are 2 squads of 7 Plague Marines.
The magical number.
1 with a power fist and 2 with a plasma gun. 1 squad is in a Rhino with a combi bolter, and 1 squad is in a Land Raider with a Havoc launcher upgrade. And as fast attack choice I got 2 fatted or footed blow drones equipped with a plague probe and 2 plague spitters.
And a shiny eye. These are the beauties of our channel. Okay, let's see what mission we are going to play. We are going to play missions out of chapter approved. The mission is Frontline Warfare. Both players have to roll off. Okay, here we go again. Oh, Mr. Simple Cheese won. Deployment, Frontline Assault. So Dr. Nurgles placed 2 objective markers. One had to be outside his deployment zone, 12-inch outside of the center of the board, so he placed it over there. I placed mine over there. Then he placed his second one in his deployment zone, so over there, and I counter deployed over there, that tiny little dot. So now we're gonna start deploying. Ultramarines reserves. For deployment, 1 empty Land Raider up here, and here a stacked Land Raider with 5 Terminators, a jump packer, and my apothecary. On the dirty rotten side we have a lot of foot slugging going on, and he's cutting off the corners. I can't deep strike here. Too bad for me. So let's see who gets the first turn. Okay, dice roll, here we go.
Oh!
He's got a 5.
Well, you get a +1 because you finished
I've got
first.
a 3, but you can go first.
You can seize if you want.
Yeah, do you? I don't want to seize.
No, okay, that's my first turn.
Okay, we're going to turn 1. Miracle is slowly progressing forward.
Rhino moved up. Not his whole movement, but a little bit. The plague drone moved a little bit up. The Poxwalker stayed stationary because I want to cover the deep striking capabilities of the Terminators. The Land Raider moved a little bit up. The Poxwalkers advanced a massive 6-inch, and the Blow Drone advanced, well, 14
just
inches.
Without shooting range.
Yeah, I could not fire the 9-inch of the Plague Spitters. It's just out of range. So shooting phase.
The impossible was possible. A combi bolter could hurt a Land Raider.
Yeah, one shot.
One wound down. Then the Land Raider over there, can give you the other view. These crappy rules, man. It's a window view. All the way down there you can see the Land Raider. So he managed to get down another 3 hull points of my Land Raider. And now we're going to turn 1 for the Ultramarines. Movement phase, turn 1 for the Ultramarines. This Land Raider moved up. Deep Strike, Terminator, Librarian. That Land Raider moved up. Librarians came down from Deep Strike, or whatever you call it. And then on this side there's a tactical Deep Strike. Here we go to the Psychic phase. The Psyker is gonna use Fury of the Engines. I didn't make the range 3d6 and I came 1 inch too short, or a half inch. Then I did Smite and I got 1 wound of the Blow Drone. And now we're going to the shooting phase. This Land Raider fired his assault cannon onto the Rhino, managed to do 1 wound. And then all the Hurricane Bolters went over to the Blow Drone, and I did no wounds on that with Hurricane Bolters. Then this one fired his assault cannon in there, didn't do anything as well. And the Hurricane Bolters and the Terminators fired on the Poxwalkers and managed to kill around 3 or 4 or 5, 6 guys. And then the other side over here, they epically managed to kill a lot more. So that's why you see not so many Poxwalkers in there.
Well, 16 have died.
In total. Oof. And this epically assault cannon managed to do 1 wound on the Land Raider. Woo! So now we're going to see if I can do some assaulty. And the Terminators didn't manage to assault the Land Raider. And what I did was using a command point, and I still didn't manage it, but I was lucky to give myself the command point back with the Ultramarine.
Portal trade.
Yeah, water trade. In turn 2, the big one came down, hiding behind cover, giving himself some extra
+1 to hit.
Yeah.
With a psychic power, and he's got a +1 toughness. So toughness 6 and a +1 to hit.
So we covered Typhus over here in the corner. The Blow Drone moved up. And as it looks like now, my shoe's gonna have a problem. And over here, those mindless guys advanced and moved up into the tower. The Land Raider, well, he did a little bit of squirreling down there on the ground.
This one moved up. I advanced only 3 inches, so just again short within the 9-inch range of the Plague Spitters. A little bit of shame, but that's the game. And the Poxwalkers moved up. I didn't throw well on the advance roll, so only a little bit. And the Rhino advanced as well, but through 5. So
he is within cover of
Land Raider.
Yeah, and the unit that is inside. We're going to the shooting phase. In the shooting phase, the Land Raider managed to kill 3 of the Terminators. I managed to spend 1 command point on an invulnerable save. Made it. And I regenerated my command point. So that was nice. Then over here, he managed to do 2 wounds on the librarian. And now we're going to see if he can hammer him down with his
Blade Pro.
In the fight phase, these guys managed to do nothing to each other. So now we're going to turn 2 for the Ultramarines. In the movement phase, turn 2 for the Ultramarines, the Land Raider moved backwards again, and the Librarian with jump back was able to jump on the edge. It's going to support the other Librarian. The Terminators moved back, they don't know what they're doing, and the Land Raider moved a little bit up, trying to shoot on those freaking guys on top. On the other side, covering line of sight to the boxwalkers again, these guys, or maybe shoot something else. And then now we're going to my psychic phase. I managed to do only 1 wound. The smites didn't do crap, and well, he managed to do a power to give him another 1 strength, 1 toughness, and 1 extra attack.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the shooting phase. First blood! I managed to kill the Poxwalkers with the Land Raider. These guys try to escape, but there is no escape. They're embarked on a glass cage. So the Land Raider fired onto the Poxwalkers, and I managed to kill 6. And then the Terminators over there fired also on the Poxwalkers and managed to kill 3.
7.
Ooh. So.
Well, they kill a lot. They kill a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the death pile. Correction! 13 kills. In the charge phase, I managed to get the jump backer in, and he's on his back, poking him with his force staff. Then on this side, the Terminators tried to assault, but unfortunately they got some last cannons in their face. 1 died, 1 has 1 wound left by 1 epic saved command point again.
Yeah,
didn't regenerate it, but too bad. And now we're going to see if I am able to wreck down. Yeah, kill the blow drone. In combat, I managed to do 3 wounds, but he saved them all. He managed to do 2 wounds on this Librarian, and I managed to get my invulnerable saves. So now we're going to turn 3 for the Nurgles.
Okay, movement phase, Death Guard.
Turn 3.
The Rhino, the Plague Marines disembarked and they advanced 5 inches. So I got 3-inch disembark move and then 5-inch over here. The Rhino moved up over here to block a little bit of line of sight of the Land Raider. I don't know if that's enough to guard the Poxwalkers.
Let's hope
because
so.
They advanced from here to there. And the blow drone, I did a little bit of stupid move because the blow drone was over here. And I moved the drone over here to finish off the Terminators, but...
They're in the corner.
Yeah, but the Land Raider did enough wounds, and in the Land Raider there are Plague Marines, so what I better could do it was disembark the Plague Marines and then shoot at the Terminators, but okay, well, sometimes you make mistakes and you gotta learn.
This is one of them.
So I moved the blow drone over here, the blow drone over there.
He is very sneaky.
Because I moved out of combat because of the keyword fly. Now I'm going to roast his HQ. That was the moving phase.
And Typhus is still corroding up here in the corner.
I'm a little bit afraid of the hurricane bolters. They don't do much damage, but they come in volume, and that's the key.
In the shooting phase, the blow drone did very well, but then the Psyker did very well as well. And he managed to fill 1, and then I used the command point and I regained my command point, so nothing happened here. On this side of the table, The Land Raider fired his havoc launcher
bolter at the
Terminator,
and nothing happened.
Well, I made saves.
No, you didn't make save. I throw 1s and 2s of the heavy bolter to wound. So.
Yeah, I made mental saves.
Oh, mental saves.
I had to make
to pronounce it. Okay.
Then the last cannon fired onto the Land Raider, and he managed to get 1 through, and it did 6 mortal wounds.
No, it's mortal wounds, 6 damage. It did just 6 damage.
Well, it's 6 wounds.
Yeah, okay.
6 damage, 6 mortal wounds. It's wounds.
It's very mortal because it did 6 damage. That was very mortal, brutal.
Okay, we're going to turn 3 for the Ultramarines. In the movement phase, turn 3 for the Ultramarines. This Terminator moved into the back of the Land Raider. My Land Raider moved up over there. Those Terminators came out. The Apothecary is behind there into the window, and everything is going to do a massive assault on this bunch of heretic stuff. And then over there we have those Terminators, and well, they try to go up, but they can't move so far. And we have the Librarian now on top of this thing to get a better line of sight, make some way for these guys, because they need to assault that blow throne. I want to destroy this one thing. This is my purpose, this is my mission. I want to destroy this. So in the psychic phase, he managed to do 4 mortal wounds, and now he's down to 3. I'm so happy. These are my first mortal wounds. The guy tried to boost these guys, and he was able to do that. Now these guys can reroll their charge range. So now we're going to the shooting phase. So the Apothecary was able to do a wound on the Rhino, and this one fired all his shots onto the Rhino and
didn't do anything, man.
Fired all of the Hurricane bolters into the Poxwalkers, and the assault cannon managed to do a few wounds. Over here, he fired and he didn't do anything. Lonesome Terminator behind the Land Raider, he was not able to do anything. Going to the assault phase. The assault Terminators made it, so they're gonna wreck the Rhino. Over here, as you see, the Librarian made it, but the Terminators didn't make it, even with their rerolls. So they're stuck down there. Let's see if I can do some damage. Terminators managed to get him down to 2 wounds. And over here in combat, nothing happened. He didn't do anything to me, I didn't do anything to him. We're going to turn 4 for Nurgle. I see a big commander.
Yeah, turn 4.
In the movement phase, the Bloodthorn moved up, the Rhino moved backwards.
Yep.
And those guys there moved on top, all ready to shoot down the Terminators. The Land Raider didn't do anything.
Nope.
This one moved
out of combat.
Yeah, moved out of combat, but in purpose that it doesn't fall off or whatever, we moved it, put it like this. Look who's here, Typhus. He came out of cover. This was the movement phase. Psychic phase.
Well, Typhus cast Pearls of the Warp on himself, and he did 1 wound. He did 3 wounds, but I saved 2 of the disgustingly resilient roll. He got +1 to hit, psychic power, and he's got a +1 strength and toughness. So he's T6 and he's +1 to hit.
In the shooting phase, the blow drone managed to get 1 wound off the Librarian, and I managed to use a command point and I regain it, so I used already.
So lame.
Yeah, I have like 8 command points used already, but I started with 4.
Yup.
And over here, you see everything here, and those guys fired onto the Terminators, and the Land Raider also fired onto the Terminators, and they're down to 2 guys. I got a lot of saves.
Yep.
They made their morale. We're going to turn 4. In the movement phase, or the end from the movement phase, 1 Terminator got back revived by the Apothecary. Over here, the Terminators moved on top. Well, the Librarian, he went all the way there and he was like, nah, I'm going back. So he's going back. Meet Typhus. Maybe he can do some little shizzle on him. The Land Raider, he moved all the way up there, advancing 6. And the Terminator moved next to the objective, next to the Land Raider, so the Land Raider can shoot. And now we're going to the Psychic phase. In the Psychic phase, he smited the Blow Drone. He vaporized it, finally! And then those guys moved up all for nothing. Then he smited Typhus, and woo! I've got 2 wounds off him.
Yep.
These guys have 1 toughness, 1 strength, and 1 attack extra, and they can reroll their charge range for advance. And now we're going to the shooting phase. Those guys fired all their bolters, storm bolters, into Typhus, managed to do 1 wound. Here, didn't shoot anything, so here is just silence. The Land Raider fired onto these guys, and he made all his saves. So we're going over to the assault phase. The Terminators managed to destroy pus-infected Nurgle Rhino, and it didn't explode. So now we're going to turn 5 for Dead Guard. The Blow Drone moved out of combat, ready
to shoot.
Yeah, vaporize him, man.
Stayed stationary. The Plague Marines came out of the Land Raider. I think it is a little bit too late to come out the Land Raider, but I'm gonna tie up this Land Raider.
Ooh. And then
Typhus moved up.
Ready to pop the Librarian.
No.
Pop his mind, man.
No.
Pop is like it's hard.
I'm gonna cast +1 to hit and +1 strength.
In the Psychic phase, Typhus managed to do himself another wound, another perils. And the other gain off the power, and what did it?
+1 to hit.
Oh, the Blight Drone fired onto the Terminators and managed to do 1 wound. And then the Dead Guards fired on there. 1 Dead Guard exploded and then managed to kill 1, and the other one got 1 wound. Over there, those Dead Guards came out, fired onto the Terminator here, and they managed to do nothing onto the Land Raider, trying to control that objective. Terminators standing there. And the Land Raider is still standing still. Over here, the Librarian moved up. Those Terminators, they moved up, controlling that objective. And the Librarian is going towards Typhus. Maybe he's gonna put that force stuff somewhere Typhus doesn't like it. And on the other side, the Land Raider moves all the way to the backside of the table. And now we're going to the Psychic phase. This Librarian did his psychic powers, managed to, well, destroy Typhus. Didn't expect that, because my friend is always hard with those feel no pains, but today the dice gods, the Nurgle lovers, are not with him. So we're going to the shooting phase. In the shooting phase, over here, the Land Raider fired all his shots, and unfortunately I messed up all those Dead Guard.
Marines.
Yeah, they vaporized them. And then we're gonna have this epic, that's never seen before over here. Just the Land Raider, it just boom, and everything was gone. 7 Dead Guards. Yep. This is Keffy, and he's gonna do the dice to roll a 2. Its game is ended. So Nurgle got beaten by Ultramarines. I hope you liked this battle report. It took us a little bit longer than we expected, and we feel that in our legs. I didn't expect to kill Typhus. This is how the battlefields look like. Just give my friend some credits for this epic piece of terrain, because he really deserves those kudos. it's just epic. It's a little bit modular as well. TT combat. It looks great on camera. It looks even. It looks like metal. It doesn't even look like wood.
It was wood.
Yeah, it was. Now it's metal.
Yeah.
Heavy metal, right? Okay. So I want to thank Kevi for the game. He's fully loaded. Thank you, man. So guys, we from WarVisionGaming want to say thank you for watching.
Bye.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and he said it. Bye bye.